Hello guys, this is Doronsmovies, and this is just a very quick, off-the-cuff video. I don't generally do these types of reaction videos. I've never actually done them before. Regular content is going to be coming up, but a lot of people actually asked my opinion on the new end of Battle for Azeroth, essentially the entire N'Zoth storyline. Well, N'Zoth, not N'Zoth. I used to say N'Zoth a lot. Anyway, I just wanted to give my quick reaction. I'm not even gonna pretend like this is the first time I've seen it. I've seen this cinematic like probably 10 times by now, so you can probably tell that I'm kind of disappointed. I just wanted to, well, react, not really react, but just give my opinion on the cinematic and then talk a bit about the actual progression of the storyline and the, well, how I think World of Warcraft is going. So we have, well, there's actually 3 cinematics. I managed to find these 2, which should just be enough. The first one is kind of okay. This is the Vrathian scene, so let's get into it. We got Vrathian coming up here. Okay, I actually like this. I gotta admit, I actually like this part of the cinematic. This is kind of like Vrathian turns into a dragon. He's fighting N'Zoth. Like, this is the guy that corrupted his father. So now we're gonna be... He's gonna be fighting him. He's gonna attack him. It feels kind of like a revenge scene, so it was okay. This cinematic was actually cool in my opinion though. He flies in into N'Zoth. N'Zoth looks really badass here though. This was actually cool. Yeah, this was a great scene. This kinda cheesy, I gotta admit, a bit cheesy. It really reminds me of the Worlds of Draenor, like the one with Grom Hellscream attacking Manrod. It was okay though. This was cool. He stabs him. Okay, this was cool as well. I gotta admit, this cinematic was not too bad. I really wish it would continue like this. This felt like a real introduction into something that would be like 10 times better. But it was okay. I like the Vrathian. Well, the appearance of the cinematic doesn't really matter that much, but it's well done. Okay, we have the second cinematic. I had to cut that up. So, here's the second one. I don't even know. This was something else. I hated that this wasn't even like a pre-rendered cinematic. Like, this is N'Zoth, like the guy that was so big in the lore. But let's just get into it. I'll talk about it further. This was okay.
Warning, corruption levels approaching 100%.
No! You got to keep fighting, champion!
This is a really...
My Black Empire is reborn.
By the way, I'm using Wowhead's cinematics, as you can probably see. This was so cheesy. Like, it felt like, you know, like those cheap science fiction movies that you see, like the low budget science fiction movies. This scene, they really didn't make this character.
Belong to him. You're a child of Azeroth. Her strength is you.
I have like, I don't even know what to say. You're the child of Azeroth. It was just... This whole the child of Azeroth thing is cool to some extent, although I really feel like it was shoehorned into the lore. A lot of these characters are not even from Azeroth, and now we're fighting to... Sam, it is okay, but him, like, the character is kind of failing until he hears you're the child of Azeroth, and then like that wakes up. That just felt such cheap writing.
Your strength.
Attention, new anchor point acquired.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
Acknowledged. Firing sequence initiated.
Oh, there we go. You just gotta see how bad this looks. You can see like the clipping on the sides. I mean, it's not a problem, like, if this is an in-game cinematic, like, it's not really a big deal, but this is N'Zoth, like, this is the guy who was, like, he's, like, the main bad guy. Until WoW Chronicle, that was released, I believe, in 2014, this was, like, one of the main bad guys. this. Can you see the it clips? Like the clipping just like doesn't look like a good ending for this. Then he just snipes him. Okay to an extent. Okay, this was kind of pre-rendered, so Lord of the Rings remake. This felt a little cheesy. Like when they threw in the ring and Mordor. It even looks like Mordor in the background. Well, I don't know. Let's get into the discussion bit. I don't even really know what to say to this. Like, it was... if this was like some small patch, like I wouldn't even mind. Like, this was okay. But guys, this is N'Zoth. Like, I know they really ruined the... I didn't really like that change, but they really ruined the significance. Like, the old gods are just the weapons of the Void Lords. But now, like this... it just feels like they ended it for no reason. I gotta admit, like, I haven't been liking the Warcraft lore in the past few years all that much. There were some cool storylines, but some... For example, I know a lot of people actually like the Sargeras ending. I really hated that. Like, I really didn't like the Legion ending. Like, that's when the lore was really kinda ruined for me, in a sense. Like, we had Sargeras, like, this was the guy that ruled the Burning Legion. Like, we had Warcraft 3, well, Frozen Throne and Reign of Chaos. It was all about one invasion. And then we have, well, we invade Argus in one single patch. The Titans, you know, the massive Titans that when you go through Ulduar, you hear like this Titans stepped here. Well, they didn't really, but the Titans stepped here, like these footprints of the Titans. We have the artifacts. It felt like these magnificent beings that our mortal minds couldn't even imagine. And then we find out they were killed, but they weren't actually killed, and these guys are just hanging up here. Like, we've been building up these Titans for like 5 expansions, and then... well, we actually see them, yeah, they're here. Sargeras is here as well. We're invading the Burning Legion stronghold, and yeah, that was that. But even that ending was okay. The cinematics were well done. It made some sense. Sargeras plunged the sword that caused this entire storyline. I didn't like how they rushed the Burning Legion, but it was okay. But this was just atrocious. Do you say atrocious? It was just... I don't know. N'Zoth, this was the guy that corrupted Deathwing. This was the guy that schemed, created the Naga, Ashara. Half of the... I think it was even said that he got Ashara to interact with Lady Vash so that she could go with Illidan, and then she created that entire storyline. This was the guy behind the scenes. I think he was said to be one of the weaker old gods, but still. And then we have him in like this one single patch. Like, I really expected an entire expansion, like this entire storyline. Like, this guy was freed. Like, these guys, old gods, were supposed to be like these very powerful beings. Like, this, which is why they were in prison, which is why there was such a scare of them getting out of the prison. And then he gets out, corrupts a few zones, and then we just go in and just snipe him with Azeroth, and then you're the child of Azeroth. There is one more cinematic with the necklace. I don't know, I gotta admit, I don't really like the way they're going with this. We are the champions of the universe, we're the saviors of the universe. I don't really like the classic one as well, where we're just regular soldiers, but I don't really like how we are like these cosmic beings, like literally on the strength of the Titans. Like, we're just sniping. I mean, it's not us sniping, but yeah, we are channeling, it is our will, we are the children of Azeroth. I don't know, guys, I kind of hate to be disappointed in the Warcraft lore, because this is something I've been doing for like 10 years, but I really don't like where this story is going. I think Shadowlands seems promising, but... and, I mean, the Void Lords are still there. It is entirely possible that Shadowlands will be connected to the Void Lords, and there will be more Old God lore. Well, not really Old God, but Void Lord. But... I don't know, I felt like they wanted to just go into Shadowlands, and they just wanted to finish up. They didn't really know what to do with N'Zoth, so they just finished it in one patch. I really felt like they should have at least made some epic cinematic, or really came up with the original story, not this, I don't know. I gotta say, I'm really disappointed. I hate to say that, but I really am. I was disappointed with the Burning Legion as well, but N'Zoth, like, these guys used to be as strong as the Burning Legion. They used to be one of the worst, like the bad guys, like the Yogg-Saron thing in Northrend. that really felt like a huge threat. Like, it felt like these guys were like, if they got free, we would be screwed. Like, there was nothing we could do. But they got free, we just kind of sniped it. And then this whole Magni, cheap sci-fi dialogue, I don't know. Do let me know what you guys think. I'm not really sure. I'm a bit disappointed, I gotta admit. So do let me know what you guys think in the comments. This was just a very quick off-the-cuff video, not really regular content, but I really do want to know what you guys think. I will be looking at the comments and answering comments as well. Also, a new video is going to be coming up in 5 days or so. I'm actually working on the second channel. If you guys haven't followed it, 1 second, I got a book here. This was History of Ancient Greece. Yeah, you can actually see it's Greece. So I'm actually writing a script about Greece right now. I've been trying to expand into the second channel as well in a bit. So I'm making some videos. I'm kind of enjoying that as well. I will be making Warcraft lore as well. I still enjoy the storyline. It's just that I don't know. I don't really like some of this new story. Shadowlands seems cool. Maybe there'll be new lore, but I don't really like how they're ending up with all this stuff. So do let me know. Check out the second channel, Doran's Academy, and well, see you next time.